Strong multi-use facility is designed to significantly enhance our program offerings. With this facility, we're set to touch the lives of over 1,000 additional individuals each year, introducing more and more new people to the therapeutic power of equine-assisted activities, giving us the opportunity to double our capacity to provide more mental health services to the community with equine-assisted therapeutic services. Here's what's in store. Indoor riding arena, so rain won't stop our progress. Office suites and community spaces for staff and public meetings. Therapeutic suites to have one-on-one sessions. Educational classrooms to learn from experts about equine care, mental health, and personal development. Professional development spaces where individuals can come together to share, support, and grow.
Now that you've heard me talk about
we invite
grace,
you to be a part of this journey.
I want to
Join
introduce you to
We stand at the brink of a new day for
Grace's
SOOFA Ranch,
best
and
friend.
your support can illuminate the path forward.
Peace was not always peaceful. I can remember when I actually went to go get Peace. Peace was a horse that someone said, hey, can you come get this horse? And I'm giving her away. And I gave the lady a little bit of money for the horse. But Peace was a white horse. The lady said that this horse may be a little bit too much for me, but for what I need to do, I just can't take this horse right now. And so I go get Peace, and I see her, I lunge her, and lunging is an exercise that we use where we have the horse run around us, and I'm just checking the horse out, just checking to see how she is, and I'm lunging her, and she's doing fine. But the time comes, and when Peace attempted to get her, Peace reared up on her hind legs and just became unpeaceful. Peace gave me a challenge. She fought me. She didn't want to get on the trailer, and she was acting all types of crazy. And like I said before, many of our horses have names that are aspirational. We're working to get to that level. And you might be in a situation where, you know what, you're not there yet, but you're trying to get there. And that's what Peace was. Peace was that horse where she suffered from anxiety. Anytime she was separated from Grace, she would get unruly. Anytime she was separated from the pack or the herd, she would get anxious, and she would just get really mad. But with working with her and working on her, she became peaceful. And right now, Peace is one of our therapy horses as well, where we have the opportunity to put children on Peace. We have an opportunity to work with children in a variety of ways. One of the unique things that I love about Peace is the horse that we use when we have children who suffer from autism. Peace can smell when she's dealing with an autistic child. And Peace level of energy level goes way down when she's working with an autistic child. So with that, as we work with Peace became more peaceful. So the question becomes, what are the areas in your life that you need to continually work at in order to accomplish, in order to pursue, in order to overtake? Because Peace didn't start out as peaceful, but she definitely is peaceful now. So with that, what is the starting point for you to get to your next level?
SOOFA Ranch. I want to thank you, everybody, for tuning in to this awesome live this morning. Like I said before, all this week we'll be coming to you live early in the morning, giving you an opportunity to understand what we are all about and piquing the interest of people that may be new to SOOFA Ranch and our platform. We've had the increase in people logging onto Instagram, and so what we decided to do is give persons an opportunity to learn more about who we are, what we do, how we do it, and how they can be a part of it. And so this morning is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be sharing some stories from our archives. I'm going to be, you just saw a story about Peace, one of our therapeutic horses and recreational horses that we use here at SOOFA Ranch. But in addition to that, I'm going to be reading to you some stories from our archives. Some of the parents, you've mentioned me, you've heard me mention persons like Franklin, who has been with our program for over 4 years. You've heard me tell a story about some interns that have been here for, they have not been here in a while, but they were here in 2021, but they have since graduated from high school. They have since gone on to the military academy and since have had the ability to do some other things. So I got this message from one of the parents of the intern, and we'll call him DJ. And this message I got from DJ, and it was real. I got this message from DJ's mother. Got this message from DJ's mother. It says, "Hi, Dahani is finishing his 6-week STEM enrichment program yesterday in true scholar fashion. He got the leadership and biology awards. He said he had a great time, learned a lot, and feels prepared. He's putting all of our investments," and what she meant by investments is the people who have been pouring into his life, to good use. Thank you. So that was just a quick text of how we were able to impact Dahani's life when it came to leadership skills. So let me give you a little bit of background about DJ. So DJ, at the time I met him, I believe he was a junior going into his senior year, or he may have been a sophomore. Yeah, he was a junior going into his senior year. And he has a twin brother, and their mother was concerned about their well-being, especially during the time that we were in. During the time we were in, we were coming out of COVID in 2020, 21, and all the different racial tension was going on around the country. And as a mother, the mother reached out to me and said, "Hey, I'm looking for something for my children to get into to help them build certain skills in their life that they don't necessarily have." And with that, I said, "Okay, I can help you. I can help you." So they started our internship program where they were with me 5 days a week from morning to afternoon. To get dropped off around 8 o'clock and then picked up around 4 o'clock. And these young men worked with me diligently on an ongoing basis for the whole summer. And I can remember working with them. For those of you who don't know, I'm a retired youth pastor, and I've been working with young men and young women for over almost close to 30 years. I started working with youth when I was 20 and 21 years old. I just turned 48 the other day. So that's about 28 years that I've been working with young people. And with working with young people, I have this unique ability to try to connect with them and give them a space to talk, give them a space to, of understanding. And so with working with these young men, I started giving them a certain level of understanding on really how life really happens. And of course, y'all know when we're all teenagers, We think we know everything. We think that we can just run the world. And I started giving them real life information and real life guidance, and equated everything to the horses that we were working with. And with working with them, those young men, they began to be so appreciative of the life skills that we were depositing into their life. And as we were depositing these life skills, depositing these certain disciplines, depositing these certain levels of understanding about money, about women, about relationships, about life, they really begin to glean towards me and be like, man, I appreciate what you have given to us. So fast forward in the year, DJ and his brother, they go on to be a part of the wrestling team. They invited me out to some of their wrestling matches. Then they invited me to their graduation party. Then they invited me to their graduation party from the academy. And for me, you never know how you're going to impact somebody's life. You never know, you never realize the fingerprint that you're going to be able to put on somebody's life by simply talking, having a conversation, or steering them in a particular direction. And this was at the beginning stages of SOOFA Ranch. We were renting the space that we were at. We didn't have our own land. We didn't have any programs in place. We were just doing what we knew. We were setting the framework and really making sure, or getting the ground ready for us to do what we're doing now. And in that, the impact that we were able to have on these young men's life, DJ and his brother, and it was one, and we call his brother JoJo, DJ and JoJo, and the impact we were able to have on these young men's life, and also they had a god brother named Q that was with them as well. And I'm gonna tell you a story about Q in just a minute. And so the impact that we were able to have on these young men's life was profound. Now, I can't erase anything else someone else has done in their life. I can't, take away anything else anybody else has done in their life. But there's the old saying where it takes a village. It takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village to impact a child's life. And we were a part of these young men's village, helping them be more enlightened to the different life skills that it's going to take for them to be men. So now they're going on to 19 and 20 years old and being a contributing member of society. They're going to be going to military school, or Georgia's military college, upcoming here in August. And when I look back at it, oftentimes we have the mindset of shoulda, coulda, woulda. Often we have the mindset of, man, I wish I could have done blank. And so often, especially within our community, many times we think in hindsight, or you'll hear someone say hindsight is 20/20, and that's correct. But the real nitty-gritty of what we do here at SOOFA Ranch is providing an environment where people can thrive. Providing an environment where people can learn, grow, and heal. And when we provide that environment where people can learn, grow, and heal, it makes it so much easier for them to transition into other areas of our life, of their life. And that's what this message, or this morning, is all about. Being able to share those stories, being able to share those moments of change, moments of transition, moments of interaction that will ultimately change a person's life. And that's what we're all about. We're all about being a part of people who want to have the ability to change, but many don't know how to change. I want to share another story with you guys. I'm going to pull it up here on my computer. Give me 1 second. I thought I had it ready. And it's one of those things where you don't know what a person is dealing with just by, watching them. You don't know what a person is going through just by, observation. You have to put yourself in a position where you actually care and you actually want to understand how people in this world are dealing with it. There are people in this world that are fighting battles that you don't even know about. There are people in this world that are fighting battles, and as they are fighting battles, they really don't understand why they may be going through, what they're going through. And many times people lash out, they are upset, and we often push these people to sides or label them crazy or label them any type of a bunch of things. But it's so important that, especially with our young people, with all the things that they are going through and have to experience into today's society, that this is the moment that we dig in and don't give up. So I'm going to read you this letter from one of our parents of the kids that attend SOOFA Ranch. Actually, this is the letter from Franklin's mom. You guys hear me talk about Franklin all the time. And it says, I am writing to express my gratitude for SOOFA Ranch program, which has benefited my son, Franklin, greatly. Franklin started out at SOOFA Ranch during 2020. I was very concerned about his social and extracurricular activities with school being virtual. Franklin was smart, very shy, and an introvert, which concerned us as parents. He has always liked reading about horses. I received a flyer about the program, Youth Equestrian Program, YEP, and thought it would be an excellent opportunity for him. He was very hesitant at the beginning. The program helped Franklin overcome his fears and face them as a challenge to conquer. This program has also helped Franklin build his self-confidence, which is reflected in his daily life. I can remember talking with Mr. Fletcher early in the program about the program's goal was to bring Franklin out of his shell. His communication skills have tremendously improved. His school teachers and coaches are continuously sharing how well-spoken he has become and can articulate his needs very well and is seen as a leader among his peers. The tools this program has provided him with are priceless. 3 years later, Franklin's hard work and passion for horses led him to be a junior leader at the ranch summer camp. In addition, Franklin's ability to communicate and build relationship with his peers, they have elected him as captain of the Servant Leaders Robotics team, awarded to the most improved on the sword shift. Oh, and the award for most improved on the short fist swim team, and currently being tested for a talented and gifted program at his school. Franklin is a testimony on how this program can impact our youth. So that particular letter, or that particular letter is from one of the parents that are of Franklin, that is, that comes to our ranch. And Franklin was just actually with me this past weekend. He did some volunteering this past weekend. And with that, I wanted to once again kind of reiterate how important it is with the work that we do. And with the work that we do, not only that, the fact that we want to have more stories like Franklin. We want to have more stories where we can say, these are the young men, these are the young women that we are impacting for change, impacting for good, impacting in a great way through working with horses. So if you see your screen there, you see this, it's scrolling, SOOFARanch.org. We are simply asking for individuals who are ready to understand the call, understand the mission of SOOFA Ranch, and want to get behind this mission and get behind this initiative that we have, is to simply make a $5 a month gift. So all you have to do is go over to SOOFARanch.org, SOOFARanch.org, and make a $5 a month gift. It's very simple, it's very quick, and it's very easy to do so. So once again, if you go over to SOOFARanch.org, SOOFA, SOOFA, ranch.org, and give your very best monthly gift, and that will basically go towards 3 areas that we are raising money for. Raising money to make sure our horses stay healthy and are intact, goes towards our facilities and facilities improvement, even with the Ride Strong Community Center, and it goes towards the programming that we have here at SOOFA Ranch. We want to be able to continue the programming. We have several different initiatives. We have our youth equestrian program. We have our summer camp program. We have our women's group therapy program. We have our Horses Healing the Hood program, where we're taking the horses actually to schools and to the schools and organizations that want to be able to experience the healing benefits of horses. So with that, like I said, it's very important that as you give, you are giving to these programs, giving to our horses, once again, making sure that they are healthy, and giving to us, giving us a space to upgrade our facilities for the Ride Strong Center. So I want to play this video again for those of you who are just joining us. I'm going to play a quick video of a horse that we have here at SOOFA Ranch called Peace. So check it out.
That you've heard me talk about Grace, I want to introduce you to Grace's best friend, Peace. Peace was not always peaceful. I can remember when I actually went to go get Peace. Peace was a horse that someone said, hey, can you come get this horse? And I'm giving her away. And I gave the lady a little bit of money for the horse. But Peace was a white horse. The lady said that this horse may be a little bit too much for me, but for what I need to do, I just can't take this horse right now. And so I go get Peace, and I see her, I lunge her, and lunging is an exercise that we use where we have the horse run around. Go to our Google, checking the horse out, just checking to see how she is, and I'm lunging her, and she's doing fine. But the time comes, and when Peace attempted to get on the trailer, Peace reared up on her hind legs and just became unpeaceful. Peace gave me a challenge. She fought me. She didn't want to get on the trailer, and she was just acting all types of crazy. And like I said before, many of our horses have names that are aspirational. We're working to get to that level. And you might be in a situation where, you know what, you're not there yet, but you're trying to get there. And that's what Peace was. Peace was that horse where she suffered from anxiety. Anytime she was separated from Grace, she would get unruly. Anytime she was separated from the pack or the herd, she would get anxious, and she would just get really mad. But with working with her and working on her, she became peaceful. And right now, Peace is one of our therapy courses as well, where we have the opportunity to put children on Peace. We have an opportunity to work with children in a variety of ways. One of the unique things that I love about Peace is the horse that we use when we have children who suffer from autism. Peace can smell when she's dealing with an autistic child. And Peace level of energy level goes way down when she's working with an autistic child. So with that, as we work with Peace became more peaceful. So the question becomes, what are the areas in your life that you need to continually work at in order to accomplish, in order to pursue, in order to overtake? Because Peace didn't start out as peaceful, but she definitely is peaceful now. So with that, what is the starting point for you to get to your next level? One of the most common things that you would see people say about SOOFA Ranch is that Daryl was very patient with me while getting me acclimated to the horse. And patience actually is one of the attributes that I don't always think that I have. I can sometimes be an anxious person. I can sometimes be a person that is, hey man, we just got it, let's go, let's do it. And we just want to push the envelope and not always be patient, which is so unique because we actually have a horse named Patience. And the unique thing about Patience, he's an older horse. Actually, he's the oldest horse that we have and one of the horses that we use for equine assisted therapy. Patience was one of those horses where, once again, we're growing, we're expanding, things are moving fast, and I needed another horse. And I saw an advertisement on Facebook Marketplace, and I was doing a kitty party that day, particular day that I went to go get him. And so I already had 2 horses on the trailer. Those horses were Grace and Peace. And then he was so calm, so laid back, and so relaxed. He was what we would call an elder statesman of the herd when we were looking at him. With that, it was one of those things that I was like, hey, what am I gonna call this horse? And if you haven't recognized, a lot of our horses, once again, have the names of inspirational names, or at the origin of what we were doing with SOOFA Ranch, we wanted to name the horses the fruits of the spirit from a biblical perspective. With all the names of our horses, we want it to be a message to the people that come to the ranch. I'm reminded of the tortoise and the hare, where slow and steady wins the race. And Patience is one of those practical reminders that we don't always have to be in a rush. We don't always have to try to rush and be the first one, or rush and be, seen, but we can be patient. I can remember a time I was working with a young lady that was having some issues of leadership and issues with persons of authority. And I had her hold her hands out and just allow me to control the horse. And as she was walking around the arena with her hands out, she wasn't using any other part of her body to control the horse, just balancing herself sitting on the horse. Patience was slow. Patience was easy. Patience was light with her. And she began to break down and cry. She began to see that the control that she was trying to operate in her life was an illusion, in which she really didn't have control. She just had to be patient. And so that's just one of the many stories that we have here at SOOFA Ranch, where the name is more powerful than the actual message that we're trying to convey. The name does the work.
All right, that's just one of the stories of two of the horses that we have here at SOOFA Ranch, Peace and Patience. Those both of those horses we do use for our therapy programs. And for those of you who don't know about equine assisted therapy is one of the services that we provide here at SOOFA Ranch. And what does that look like, you may ask? It basically looks like when you go to traditional therapy, you actually work with and talk to a therapist and work through maybe a variety of issues or a myriad of issues that you may be working with. And you rely on your memory to talk to the therapist. And when you work through the therapist or work with the therapist, you once again have to rely on your memory. Well, when we're working with equine assisted therapy, we get real-time response, we get real-time interaction of how you handle certain situations. So it becomes a thing of, we're not just relying on your memory, we're relying on the actual pattern that you follow. The unique thing that people have that are surprised when they learn certain different things at SOOFA Ranch is that we don't make decisions, we follow patterns. And that's one of the reasons why the therapist will ask you certain questions, is that they'll be looking for a pattern. You're looking for that behavior pattern that you may have set up for your life. And when they find that behavior pattern, they begin to kind of discover what those situations look like and how they are handled. So in essence, when we are working with equine assisted therapy patients or clients, we get to see that pattern in real time. Because often people will say, hey, I'm like this, or I'm like that. But that's not the case. They are actually a little bit different, because when they're actually presented with a stressful situation, they follow their normal pattern. So once again, we want to just give people the awareness of the work that we do here at SOOFA Ranch, and not only the awareness that we do at SOOFA Ranch, how vital and important it is that we gain the support of our community. And that simple way that you can support SOOFA Ranch is simply by donating at least $5 a month to help us achieve our $10,000, or not $10,000, but 10,000 people donating $5 a month goal. And the reason why that's so important is because it costs over $30,000 a month just to run this particular organization. And over the last couple of months, to be quite honest with you, we have not hit that mark of $30,000, and therefore things are suffering and things are falling through the cracks. And we want to make sure that our horses are taken care of, our facilities are upkept, and the programs that we have in or at SOOFA Ranch will have the ability to continue to go on. Because if they do not continue, or if we continue on this track that we are on, we run the risk of not being able to have the programs and the services that we provide for the community. So that's why it's so important for you to connect with SOOFA Ranch and support SOOFA Ranch at a minimum of at least $5 a month. So once again, that we would have the capacity and the ability to continue to provide the services that we provide here at SOOFA Ranch. So right now we're getting ready to get off of here. We've shared a lot of different stories, or just stories from horses, stories from different people who have been impacted by SOOFA Ranch. But I do, before we go off, want to open up the floor for if anyone has any questions, comments, or concerns about the work we do here at SOOFA Ranch. That way we can make sure that your questions, comments, and concerns are answered. And we want to make sure that you are in the loop. So once again, go over to SOFARanch.org, click the Give Now, the green Give Now button, and make a commitment to make a donation of $5 a month. So once again, that we can continue to keep our horses strong and healthy. We can continue to upgrade our facilities here at SOOFA Ranch, and we can continue the programming that we have here and that we're going on at SOOFA Ranch. So once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in this morning, and we're getting ready to get off of here. But before we do that, I want to share just another, hold on one second, give me 1 second.
Here at SOOFA Ranch that you cannot conquer what you're not willing to confront. And what that basically means is that many times we have emotional, mental, even physical challenges that may put us in a place where we are afraid, may put us in a place where we have anxiety about a situation. But if you never confront that anxiety, if you never confront those emotional challenges, those mental challenges, then you'll never have the opportunity to actually conquer them. And one of the things that we do here at SOOFA Ranch through equine assisted therapy is giving people the opportunity, the space, the ammunition, and even the tools to confront fear, to confront anxiety. We do that through equine assisted therapy. Equine assisted therapy is a unique thing that we have where we give horses the space and use horses as a diagnostic tool. One of the unique things about horses is that they can pick up on your heartbeat when you're within 4 feet of them. They pick up on your vibrations. They pick up on the smell that your body gives off. And you don't even know it that you're doing it, but the horse knows. When you're working with a traditional therapist, you may have an opportunity to lie to the therapist. You may have an opportunity to even lie to yourself. But when we're working in the space of equine assisted therapy, one of the things that you can never do is lie to the horse, because your body and your mind will show up before you even open your mouth, and the horse already picks up on it. So here at SOOFA Ranch, we like to provide a place where people can learn, grow, and heal by confronting the things that they are facing and working through those challenges one step and one horse at a time. I'm Daryl Fletcher, and you're listening to The House That Grace Built, the story behind our horses, the people that we have an opportunity to impact, and the vision of impacting and changing the world through equine assisted activities.
All right. Thank you so much, guys, this morning for tuning in. Like I said, every morning this week, we will be going live and talking about the information here at SOOFA Ranch. For those of you who do not know, we will be at the Bill Pickett Rodeo this particular weekend. We invite you to come out and meet us. If you have not gotten your tickets already, then you are out of luck. But if you have had your ticket, please make sure that you come by our table. We have a table there. We'll have some items, some souvenirs that you can purchase from SOOFA Ranch, and once again, give this space an opportunity to learn more about SOOFA Ranch. So we're getting ready to get up off of here, but once again, I want to remind everybody, if you please go over to SOFARanch.org, SOFARanch.org, click the green Give Now button and make a commitment to make a $5 or minimum of $5 monthly donation. Once again, this helps us keep the lights on around here. It goes towards our horses, it goes towards our facilities, and it goes towards our programming, where we have our opportunity to impact the community with the healing power of horses through equine assisted activities and equine assisted learning. This is your boy Daryl Fletcher, and I'm getting ready to be out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with me today. This is an awesome Tuesday, and I'll see you guys again.
Now that you've heard me talk about Grace, I want to introduce you to Grace's best friend, Peace. Peace was not always peaceful. I can remember when I actually went to go get Peace. Peace was a horse that someone said, hey, can you come get this horse? And I'm giving her away. And I gave the lady a little bit of money for the horse. But Peace was a white horse. The lady said that this horse may be a little bit too much for me, but for what I need to do, I just can't take this horse right now. And so I go get Peace, and I see her, I lunge her, and lunging is an exercise that we use where we have the horse run around us. And I'm just checking the horse out, just checking to see how she is, and I'm lunging her, and she's doing fine. But the time comes, and when Peace attempted to get on the trailer, Peace reared up on her hind legs and just became unpeaceful. Peace gave me a challenge. She fought me. She didn't want to get on the trailer, and she was just acting all types of crazy. And like I said before, many of our horses have names that are aspirational. We're working to get to that level. And you might be in a situation where, you know what, you're not there yet, but you're trying to get there. And that's what Peace was. Peace was that horse where she suffered from anxiety. Anytime she was separated from Grace, she would get unruly. Anytime she was separated from the pack or the herd, she would get anxious, and she would just get really mad. But with working with her and working on her, she became peaceful. And right now, Peace is one of our therapy horses as well, where we have the opportunity to put children on Peace. We have an opportunity to work with children in a variety of ways. One of the unique things that I love about Peace is the horse that we use when we have children who suffer from autism. Peace can smell when she's dealing with an autistic child. And Peace level of energy level goes way down when she's working with an autistic child. So with that, as we work with Peace became more peaceful. So the question becomes, what are the areas in your life that you need to continually work at in order to accomplish, in order to pursue, in order to overtake? Because Peace didn't start out as peaceful, but she definitely is peaceful now. So with that, what is the starting point for you to get to your next level?